Hello guys, welcome back. Thank you guys for tuning in. Last video I was showing you guys how to prep the car, the first stages of prepping the car for paint, like with the door jams, part 1 and part 2. In this video I'm going to show you guys how to plug the holes, if you guys want to plug the holes. Because on my truck I have the third brake light, I have the antenna, and I have the windshield wiper I want to plug. And then on the rear quarter panel I have the parking lights that I want to plug too. So I bought some steel and I have a welder, so we're going to fabricate the steel, make the right measurements, and tack weld that onto the car. And that should be fun, so let's dive right into it and get ready. Okay, so the first one we have is the third brake light. And I got this steel right here. So now just gotta make the measurements of this. Okay, now I'm going to cut this metal out, this little piece out, and then after I cut this out, I'm going to start mocking all these up, and then I'm going to start grinding them down to the right shape so they can actually fit into the hole, and it'll be easy to tack weld. Okay, so I'm done cutting these out. It took a little longer than I expected. This one is for the rear brake light. These two are for the quarter panels, rear quarter panels brake lights. And then these two are for the antenna and the windshield wiper. So now all I got to do is grind them down with the grinder, make sure they fit, and then grind the paint down on the car while I'm going to be welding that. So let me go ahead and start doing that. Alright. So this goes in here. So I gotta grind the edges. Okay, finally done. I have all my pieces. So now I'm gonna start grinding the car, and then after I get that done, we start fitting the piece of metal in, and after that we start tack welding. So car's grinded down. So I think the last thing I'm gonna do is grind these down, just make sure they're clean, and let's start tack welding them on the car. status on the car right now. We got everything welded up on top, and then the parking lights, we tack welded them. I think we need to weld them a little bit more so it's fully closed, and then I can grind it down and make everything flush. And then I think that'll be it for this video. Well, I'm gonna add this video to tomorrow's video, finishing the grinding and stuff. So I'll see you guys tomorrow then. Alright, hey, welcome back you guys. This is day 2. Yesterday I couldn't finish, it was too hot. It was like 95, now today it's like 99. So I think I'm done tack welding everything. So now I'm going to grind it and make everything look good, and then I'll show you guys our finished product. So that's how the car looks right now. I know it's not the prettiest, but that's the best I could do. It's actually my first time doing this type of work, like plugging up the holes, and like my 5th time welding. So I'm pretty new at all this stuff. Hopefully you guys could follow along. This stuff. Hopefully this helped you guys out and helped you do the same thing to your build in your cars. So I think this will sum up this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you want to follow the build, you want to get the notifications, please hit the subscribe button. That'll be much appreciated. So stay tuned to the next video.